this is no dig to any of the femininity coaches out there, but you can't sell femininity to people as a product. It's not a product. You can't make them dress a certain way or act a certain way to be more feminine. If you identify as a woman, you already have your feminine traits, but the femininity people are trying to sell is not something you can buy. It's just a luxury you are afforded by virtue of being able to move through life more slowly. Hello, welcome to a new episode. I hope you are well, and I'm Kenny. How are you doing? So today we're talking about femininity because I'm really glad that I've seen less and less of this kind of videos popping up on my feed about femininity. These coaches teaching people how to be more feminine, and this is no dig to any of them, but you can't necessarily sell femininity to people as a product. It's not a type of dress that you wear or how you do your nails or any of that thing. I think if you are innately feminine, it's because you have been afforded the luxury to do so. Have you ever seen those kind of people that just exude an excessive, not even excessive, just a very noticeable amount of feminine energy? If you notice these people, if you watch them closely, it's because they have the luxury of doing so. People who just are feminine and innately just look feminine, it's because they have the luxury of being feminine. They have the luxury of just moving slowly. They have the luxury to get their nails done as many times as they want. They have the luxury of just moving around very slowly. They've not really had to rush and strive and just work so hard to do anything really. So if you see someone that just walks a certain way and just looks so like that, it's because they just have the luxury to do so. They're not chasing a lot of things. They don't have to run for the bus. You can't be running for the bus and being feminine at the same time. You can try, but if you're wearing your high heels and the bus is going in 3.5 seconds, you're not gonna be catwalking and gallivanting slowly. You will run for the bus. Does that make you less feminine? I don't know, but it's not something you just sell to people and people have to pay to learn to be feminine. And also, who's this for? If you're trying to be more feminine because of some guy or to attract some kind of person, it's not necessary, but that's your thing. If that's what you want, then I don't have the right to tell people to not do something. I'm just letting you know it's not necessary. I think if you identify as a woman, you already have some feminine traits. But if you're trying to achieve a level of femininity that is being sold to you as a product, you need to ask yourself why. I think innately the idea of femininity is tied to softness and slowness, moving slowly. People who can walk just more slowly, they don't look like they're chasing anything. They don't look like they're trying to be on time or anything. They just are going about that day in a normal, slow pace. You can try and incorporate that into your life. You have to learn how to move between both. You have to know when to lean back and when to be aggressive. I think everyone innately has both the feminine and the masculine side to them. When you need to do something, when you need to go at something, when you have a goal to reach and time is running out, any of those things, you can be more aggressive, which is linked to masculinity, just striving, working hard, all that stuff. But if you want to lean into your femininity, you also do it in a time where you just need to be softer, you just need to hear someone out, you need to just cry, let it out. These traits are associated with being feminine, but it's just what it is. They're just more feminine people and they're just more masculine people, but everyone innately already has a feminine trait and masculine trait. It's just about knowing how to balance both of them out. Those people, for example, Laurie Harvey, for example, I remember at the time she's probably in a lot of people's vision board just to be like her because she looks elegant and for some people that is the ideal woman, even as a woman, just because she just looks good and she looks she smells good and the way she talks and carries herself well. But that is just because she has been afforded the opportunity to do that. I don't think if you maybe had to hustle from the age of 10 and had to be on your own from the age of 14, 18, you cannot really afford to be talking that softly. You can, but it's not something that would come naturally to you because you have just had to work harder in life. You've just had more challenges that was required to the harder masculine side of you. So you can't really compare yourself to someone who had a glossy childhood. I don't know anything about Lori Harvey, right? But I'm just saying, like, her dad, Steve Harvey, is very successful. So innately, she's definitely had a lot of help. She's had less struggles, like, generally than most people. So she can be feminine innately. And you just have to ask yourself, why do you want to be more feminine? It's because you want to be stressed less. Then just try to relax, try to like slow down rather than like try to be and dress like this kind of person, even if that's not who you are. If you genuinely like a sunflower dress, or what's it called, a certain kind of outfit, a certain kind of way of dressing, and you want to try out, I think that's fine. But don't like wear a dress thinking that that's gonna like automatically just makes you like be this kind of ideal woman to attract someone else. Like, wear a dress because you want to wear a dress and you like how it looks on you. Does wearing a dress make you feel more like dainty? And it does. Wearing a dress does make you feel more feminine and all of that. But I think you just need to ask yourself why you want those things, because just wearing the dress won't necessarily make you, in your heart, feel more feminine. It might affect how people look at you, but if you do want to be more like feminine, I don't think it's something that you can like buy from somebody or learn from somebody coaching you how to do a certain thing, like how to. I think like you can teach people how to slow down. Like you can teach people how to go at life more slowly rather than rushing. But like telling people this is how you hold the glass and this is how you drink your tea and you should put your fork on this side. It's just like, what's it for? Like, what is it for? That is the point. What is it for? And if you're trying to do it to attract like a guy or anything like that, like it's just not worth it. Just be who you are. But if being feminine is part of a way that you want to like improve yourself, and I think you can just go for it. But don't fall into this thing of like looking at this person and following every single thing they're doing with their life, trying to act like them, trying to wear the same dresses as them, trying to buy the same things they buy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. The feminine energy is something that you feel inside when you feel genuinely safe. When you're around someone who makes you feel safe, for example, you just generally, naturally just like let your guard down. You just like, you're out of flight or fight. Yeah, when you're out of the fight or flight mode, when you're out of the awesome mode, you're able to slow down, you're able to feel calm. That is feminine energy. And it's something you can try to achieve by yourself without buying any product or without getting any coaches or anything like that. You naturally become softer when you like take care of yourself. You have good people around you, when you're well taken care of, when you have a job that you like, when you have hobbies that you like. It just makes your life more well-rounded and it just makes you feel joyful. I think when you just innately exude joy, that is like feminine energy. When you like are able to just walk with no care in the world, when you're able to just like do things with less like care and strive, that is just feminine energy. And you can try and incorporate this in your life in whatever way you want to, without having to buy a product from somebody or have to like be a certain kind of person that you know you are not. Thank you for watching this episode, and I hope you liked it, and let me know what you think in the comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.